Julie from juliemontessori.org, and what I am showing you today is a function of word grammar shelf that I've put together based on the materials from Every Star is Different grammar bundle. If you are interested in getting these printables, use the link in the description. These activities are going to be suitable for your preschoolers and even the children who are not yet reading. So this is really just for introducing the concepts of these functions of words.
But before I tell you what's inside the boxes, let me tell you about the boxes. I know most of you have questions about how to do storage for materials and display. So I simply found some things that I had in my cabinets. I found these silver trays from the dollar store. And I happen to have these little boxes that I had picked up from the Container Store at one point. They are gift boxes for jewelry. And so the trays were for $1 each, and the little boxes were for $1 each as well. The silver itself does not have any specific meaning. You can choose any color or wood or pouches. There are many, many different ways to display these materials. So don't feel compelled to go and get silver items for this setup.
Now, if you're familiar with Montessori, you know that we use grammar symbols, these solid symbols, and then the two-dimensional versions of those symbols as well to identify the different parts of speech, the different words. So the pyramid here, the black pyramid, is a noun, and inside this box I have a little noun sorting activity, sorting things, places, people. And this is from Renee's set. And then here for adjective, there's a little description card. Is a dark blue pyramid is the symbol. And here's the 2D version of that. And then in here are actually clip cards for finding the correct adjective for the photo. So this is a variation of the logical adjective game, if you are familiar with that in Montessori training. And then here is the article. The article has another clip card activity. Here you can select which one belongs. Lots of fabulous photos and cards. And then this is the verb. And in here is I love these. These are like command cards, but they have pictures as well. And so I think one of the best things you could do with this is a game of charades, or like a verb pantomime. So you can get a couple of children together, and they can take turns and select a card from the pile without showing the other person, act it out, and the other person has to guess what they're doing. The idea here would just be that the child is getting the sensory impression that a verb is an action. So that's what you would do here. Anytime, I don't know about your students, but my students, they always love to work with a buddy. So highly recommend anything that you can do to get children engaged with each other. And then this is a little activity for adverbs. This is a logical adverb game. So you would line up the verbs, and then you would find a logical adverb to describe it. This is something, if your children are not reading yet, you can have them do it with you so that you're reading it to them. You know, it'll just emphasize for them that an adverb describes the verb. And then here is the pronouns. I picked a simple one where they can line up some nouns and then find the correct pronoun that you would use with that. And then here is for prepositions. If you have any of my preschool packs, you know I have a lot of preposition cards in each of them, but this is a variation of, again, the logical prepositions. So you're going to line up these sentences and then find the appropriate preposition that might work. And then you could also do lots of like handwrite sentences as well and use these cards with that. And similarly, we have something for conjunction and for the interjection, you would line up the sentences and find a logical interjection to go with that. And then down here at the bottom, I put a little tray together, very simple brown and green to make the base for the farm. Put some objects in here, farm objects, and then labels that can go with the farm. And this is a great activity. Once the children have been introduced to a lot of the different parts of speech, they can sort the words. So you would line up the headings for the different types of words, and then pick a card, read it, and sort according to what kind of word it is. Now, what I really like about these words is that most of them are phonetically decodable, so your very young readers can read these as well. Now, because they are color-coded, you may want to do it with two children where one child reads the card without showing the card to the partner, and the partner has to identify which part of speech it is. And then once you start symbolizing sentences, you can start using these. I just have this out on the shelf, but I don't have any sentence symbolizing work out on the shelf at the moment.